All right. What is the difference between heliocentric and geocentric? So I'm not going to let you tell me yet, but hold on for just a second. Deal? In just a second, because I want to help everybody, because Liz said this thing while she was talking to her teammates that I just wanted to share with you. She said, I'm being a scientist. I'm trying to figure it out. That's cool, right? So we take those words. Colin, you had to use other people too, so hush.
No, it's just the way she said it. I'm a scientist.
No, that's how I said that she said it. You see centric. What does centric mean?
Center.
At the center, right? At the center, at the middle. So in this context, yeah. Does it have to be the solar system? Oh, my stylus is frozen too. So it's not like it matters. Let's find out. There we go. So at the center, at the middle. That's what we got? And so, yeah, because we are talking about the solar system, right? So maybe there's some solar system stuff related. So then you've got these two prefixes, or these two words on the front. Helio sounds like helium, right? It sounds like, or maybe it reminds you of the word helium. Well, good. Listen, we don't need to do that, okay? I am excited about enthusiasm in my classroom. I'm not excited about people teasing other people, okay? If you don't want to be enthusiastic, that's fine. Both of you, stop. You guys, we can do this a lot of different ways. I like to be able to have conversation. Like, I feel like that's the best way to learn. But if you guys can't handle it, then I can like tone it back, and I can treat you in a much less adult sort of manner. I don't look forward to that, because I like teaching high school and college level kids because they can handle it. But if you need to be treated like a 6th or 7th grader, I can do that. Like, I'm trained to, but I don't want to. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So helio does sound like helium. Do you remember where we discovered helium? I told you this story a couple of times, I think, when we were looking at those tubes. We discovered helium in the sun. The first time we ever saw that element was when we were looking up at the sun through the funny glasses, right? So helium, the word helium actually comes from helios, which means the sun. So the word heliocentric, literally using your mad decoding skills, helium means the sun, centric means the center. So the word heliocentric really means what?
Middle of the sun.
Not the middle of the sun, but the sun in the middle. The word geo, you've heard the word geo before, right? Or that you've heard it when? Geography, sure. Geometry, hold on, let me do it one at a time. What's another one? Geology. Geometry is kind of the outlier in this case. Geometry is talking about shape, right? And shape comes from looking at things like, what does the geo in geography mean? Do you know? What do you study when you study geography?
Location.
Study locations, right? You study maps, okay? You've got the graph part, so that's like how we describe it. And the geo, usually when we talk about geography, it's like the location of places, right? Like places on the earth or places in a city or something like that. So it's somewhere like a destination or a location or a description of places on earth and the way that they're laid out. What is geology the study of? Do you know? Rocks and minerals, right? Yeah. So again, and where do the rocks and minerals come from? The earth. Geo means, anybody? Earth.
The earth is the sun.
Right. So geocentric means Earth at the center. Heliocentric means the sun at the center. Geocentric means the Earth at the center. Do you remember yesterday we our capture question was to draw a picture of our solar system, right? Okay. And today we're talking about this kind of picture of our solar system. What kind of a solar system do we now believe that we live in? We believe that we live in a heliocentric solar system. So how do these terms relate to our understanding of the solar system? Well, we could say our solar system is heliocentric. But did we always believe that it was? No. For those of you that were working on the chart and had people kind of early on, right, the people towards the top, did they think that we lived in a heliocentric solar system or in a heliocentric universe? No. And if you didn't study those people, you can think back to our good friend Giordano Bruno, right? Okay, he had to fight against the church, and the church believed what? They believed that we were a geocentric, right? Earth at the center. Everything revolves around us, right? That's what they believed, and that's what a lot of people believed for a long, long time. So historically, a long time ago, people believed that the solar system and perhaps even the universe was geocentric. Okay, that we were at the center. A student at some point, I can't remember if it was in this class or the other class yesterday when we were all doing our research, raised their hand and came over and they said, why is he so famous if he was so wrong about so many things? That's a legitimate question, right? Like, why am I studying this guy who was totally wrong about everything? Why do you think we still talk about it? Go, Colin. Give it a guess.
Didn't he create some kind of math system that we used to that?
He did. I mean, yeah, so he did create some math stuff. Sure. He also created some astronomy stuff, right? But all his astronomy stuff was so wrong. Why do we still talk about it? Why do we spend time with him? Yeah.
Because in his time, that stuff was all they everything that they did.
Say that really loudly.
Everything that in his time, that's all they believed in and stuff. That was the most they got out of it.
That's all they knew, right? Were they doing poor science at the time, or were they doing science well? They were doing science well with the tools they had, right? They just didn't have nearly as many tools as we do. So the fact that they thought that the Earth was in the middle, does it feel like we're moving? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would we be moving, right? Of course we're not moving. All that other stuff is moving. It makes sense. It's just not right because we know other stuff now. I just want to point that out because I don't want you to think that it's dumb to talk about him, because we have to think about the technology that was available at the time. We doing okay with this? Does this make sense? So as we go through on this chart that we're going to work on today, as you're preparing for this conversation, and then as you're having the conversation, I want you to use, very intentionally, I want you to use the technical terms of geocentric and heliocentric. So I want you to pull out your sheet, your brown sheet, and if you were not here, raise your hand. So I can help you out.
I want one.
The three.
There you go. And I'd like you to take a look at the person that you studied or researched, if you were here yesterday. And right now, before you do anything else, I want you to put either a G or an H next to your person on either the right or the left. Do you think that that person's view of the solar system was geocentric? Or was it heliocentric? Okay, just put a G or an H, just so you've got that noted. Okay. We are going to split back into our groups. So I'm going to have the Aristotle people together and the Jafar people together and the Copernicus people and the Tycho Brahe people together just for a minute, because I want to make sure that you're feeling really good about your person. If you need to refresh your memory, if you need to talk about it, if you need to add anything to your sheet, you're going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to give you like 5 minutes to do that. And also, hold on just a second before you guys move. Just listen to what I'm saying, please. Okay? Also, make sure that you go on Canvas and look at the link for your person and make sure that you've got everything right, because you will be the expert that will be sharing that with another group. Okay? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to re-up your expertise, and then we're going to mix it up. All right? Go.
Let's go once.